Good morning and welcome to day one, game one of the Victorian Ultimate Championships right here in the city of Greater Bendigo. My name is Andy Moroney and we are starting off today with a game from the women's division. We have Zesty Chile from Melbourne playing Ellipsis Pilcrow, also from Melbourne, Ellipsis Pilcrow. A bit more of a Masters team, so a bit more mature. And the Zesty Chile team, obviously part of the Chile dynasty. Been around for a little while, probably with ambitions to book their spot to the Australian Ultimate Championships. This, of course, this weekend is also the Australian Ultimate Championship qualifier weekend. So running two tournaments at once here, which is a bit fun. It's a bit different, but we'll do our best to keep you posted on both competitions. For now, we've got the first game. Zesty already on the line, Ellipsis Pilcrow just walking to the line, getting ready. A little bit light on. I was told that because they are a Masters team, all of the players rock up late, which I completely get. But it looks like they will be pulling for those at home. We're looking at a left to right wind, not too much around. I don't think that's going to be the biggest weather factor for the day. Obviously 33 degrees forecasted in Melbourne, and we're a couple of degrees north, so I think we might get up to 35, 36 here in the city of Greater Bendigo. Speaking of, I'd like to give a big shout out to our event sponsors, the city of Greater Bendigo. Super Boost, which is an electrolyte drink, and I think they couldn't have picked a better weekend to sponsor. High in electrolytes, low in sugar. Available in 7-Eleven and Woolworths. And Ultimate Victoria, who do a fantastic job, led by Simon Talbot, promoting the sport across the entire state. Got 40 new schools each term adding Ultimate to their program, which helps deliver pathways to players like the ones we see on screen. As we see, it's Zesty Chile pulling from the left, and we are away for the weekend. It looks like Jess Chatterton thinks better of catching the pull, elects to move it up, and we've got an early turn, maybe some nerves, maybe needed a coffee. I certainly do. Anyone on their way, feel free. And we have Zesty Chile taking it halfway with an early chance to put a break in. They move it, they cycle the disc back. Completed their first pass. Pretty clogged, but it's taken well by you. A lot of players around the disc, but they managed to cycle it. The up the line dump goes. Another up the line, working it really well, really aggressive out of the dump set. And an unmarked goal. And just like that, Zesty get the first break and they're on the board, 1-0. So you see up the line dumps, really consistent theme. You see the first go. And an easy goal in the end. Chloe Georgeridge throwing unmarked goal. So as I mentioned at the start, there is still a little bit of morning wind around. So if you were to call that an upwinder or a downwinder, it would be a downwinder. So no alarm bells for Ellipsis just yet, but definitely want to work out a couple of those early nerves, settle into a vibe. Zesty bringing an impressive roster, a lot of players on the sideline, I think over 20 players. And Ellipsis can take full advantage of a pretty short pull, maybe struggling a little bit in that upwind. They'll be taking it from their attacking brick mark. They look to run it in quick. They're going to go out of a vert. Front of stack goes, but another first throw turn. And Chile have a chance to put two breaks in. And a pick call coming out of the stack. Looks like Lila Parker with the disc. Being marked by one of the leaders of Ellipsis Pilcrow, Kelly Martin Brown. Disc is in, the dump goes, and Kelly Martin Brown gets a hand block, picks it up straight away. So looking to isolate one out, throws up the line, that's good, that works. And then a high over the top shot, outside in, perfect. And Ellipsis recover from an early look at 2 breaks down. They instead make it 1-1. Just 1 break the difference thanks to a Kelly Martin hand block and some nice run and gun offense, not letting the Chile defense set. They are on the board. Lovely outside in forehand. So 1 break the difference, 1-1. And we'll get to see Zesty Chile's O-line for the first time this morning. This pull again, making it just to halfway. Just past. And it looks like Zesty coming down on a horror. Elect to bounce and move it out straight away. Ellipsis happy to sit one in the lane. More often than not, Kelly Martin Brown. Now Zesty getting some work, some flow through the break side. Nice around flick. And again, so they've worked it up well, but unfortunately bobbles out. Irene Yu. Not able to keep it in from the sideline. So Ellipsis with the chance now to break back. Get things back on serve. And another turn. Zesty with a chance now past their halfway mark. The wind's starting to sit up a bit. That's why you saw that disc bob up as we see a long shot go. And that's really well taken. Up high by Shannon Ong. That was coming in at pace and with the defender on her, so did really well to track it. And an interesting theme from both of these teams. Not really wanting their opposing defense to set up, so happy to take it quickly off a turn. So that was the first turn there. Irene Yao cycles it back. And because there was no mark on, Vanessa Gann was able to put that one up, and it was coming in hot. Saw Annie Longley there. Look at some of the lush green work that the city of Greater Bendigo's put on for us. Years gone by, the irrigation wasn't quite what it was. We'd be out here playing on a dust bowl. Not today. Not in Bendigo. You keep that for Ballarat. Bendigo, we're playing on it's beautiful out here today, playing on a snooker table. So Zesty maintain the mini break. Get the downwind up. And this pool, most pools getting to that halfway point. And it'll be Jess Chatterton taking the disc in on the sideline. Ellipsis running a vert, whereas Chile were running that horo. Moves it out to Kelly Martin Brown, gets a nice around swing gainer. Up to halfway, another outside in backhand. That's going to go over the head of Chatterton. Oh, sorry. I think that was Annie Longley maybe there. A couple of these new school hats. I think they might be Blue Bottles hats. They look very stylish, but hard to tell them apart. Zesty now. Don't like what's upfield. They've gone back to a vert. Can't complete the dump, so Ellipsis will have it from their end zone line. And it'll be Kelly Martin Brown again taking it. Watch for the high release backhand. Oh, look, wanted it again. Instead, can throw the easy open. Kelly looking break. Didn't realise she had her teammate wide open on the open side. I would have liked the break backhand. Kelly would have made me right, and I enjoy being right, but probably just throw the open backhand. So Ellipsis stay in touch. As I said, just the one break the difference, and both teams looks like they're going to have a little bit of a challenge throwing upwind. We've seen the pools only go to about halfway, so ideally you want to be getting it up towards that brick mark. Make the offense work it down. So it will be interesting because Ellipsis will now need to put an upwinder in.
Good morning. How are we doing today?
Rex, we're very well. Thank you to you and the entire ULTI.TV team. How's your morning been?
Oh, lovely. Happy to be here in sunny Bendigo. Thanks for holding down the fort, Andrew.
It's okay, mate. Anything for the team?
No worries.
And if you'd like to join the ULTI.TV team, it's going to take you a small cost of 5 coffees, 5 black coffees, and then you can come join the team. We're on field 3, I think, as we see Zesty on Kelly Martin Brown. Foul called on herself, uncontested. Nothing untoward, just getting a little bit tangled. Uncontested foul. Passionate rundown from Kelly. As we said, I think Ellipsis is now going to put a pretty aggressive zone on now. They are. They're going, it looks like a 3-3-1. And Zesty very confident straight away. And Kelly Martin Brown gets the D and again picks it up. So more run and gun. This is a massive chance for Ellipsis here. They've got the upwind and they've got it just past their brick mark. Golden opportunity. The count's getting high, not looking at the dump. Now they sit 2 back. Really high count. They manage to cycle it around. Kelly Martin in the dump space. Gets engaged. They're having to concede a little bit of ground. Throw the nice upwind gainer. And now here comes the dagger shot into the end zone, and they've got it one-hander. Ellipsis break back upwind after some fantastic zone transition work and some nice patience around the disc and the dump. Stack probably a little bit deep off the front there, but a nice cut into the open side, and then a really brave flat put upwind. And a nice take as well. Those are harder than they look. Disc bobbling. A bit unpredictable. Reeled in and we're back on serve. And now Zesty Chili with the challenge of doing what Ellipsis just did, getting an upwinder. So it's on serve, 3-2. Jess Chatterton will be taking the pull. And this one, a nice outside in past the brick mark, showing that that wind is a factor. And again, Ellipsis will run that zone, and why wouldn't they? They go one through, really nice throw through. Parks feeling maybe a little bit rushed, push that one a little bit. Wanting to take advantage of the position. That throw through the cup really exposed the Ellipsis backfield, but they get lucky. They get a break there, and it'll be Chatterton taking it in from the sideline. Has Brown, moves it to Martin Brown. Nice big around flick, that'll work. And Ellipsis have a chance now. They let one go. This one will work to Chatterton. Fakes the backhand, instead looks for the flick. Wants to go up with the flick, thinks better of it. Looks for the dump and disengages, throws on a high count. That'll work. And another upstairs to Chatterton. This one won't complete. Naomi Leggett can't complete it into the end zone. And Ellipsis will again go back into that. It looks like a 3-3-1. There's a lot of space over the top, but that's the hard space to throw into if you're chilly because you're throwing up wind. So they need to run some poppers through. They do. It's Parks. Really nice early pop. They're hemmed in on the sideline now, so they're going to have to run these little give-goes. But Kelly Martin Brown, a very adept mark, knows where the thrower wants. That one's a fantastic break flick off the line. Dawasia. And again, a high count. And again, Kelly Martin really active on the mark. This one is an uncontested foul. Dawasia will get a fresh 10 seconds and needs to use it because some of these counts are getting high. Fakes, then throws. And that's another nice break, but this one picked off straight away. And Ellipsis have a chance to put a break in downwind. Leggett goes with the outside backhand. That one again, just a little bit high. Needing to adjust for the wind. The wind is carrying those ones. So Dawasia. They want to move it to that far side. They can reset the counts here, but they do move it now, and that's really nicely done to Jorgensen. Adley Tan. So it's nice that they're looking up on that high side. That's where they want to cycle it through to. Dawasia will have to go, gets a hand to it on the bid. Nice attempt. Can't do it. And it'll be Kelly Martin Brown. High release break flick, anyone? High release break flick, high release break backhand. This one goes high, and that'll do. And Ellipsis again. Get a couple in a row now, 4-2. That was Danny Longley with catching the goal. So an overcast morning. I'm not sure that that's what we expected. We saw on the, as I said earlier, on the forecast, nice warm 33 degrees, but right now only sitting at about 24, so pretty comfortable for the players. As I mentioned, a bit of an upwind, downwind game. Ellipsis will be pulling upwind. But it will be 35, and when it is, All the athletes here have been furnished with Super Boost, who are sponsoring this weekend's events. It's an energy drink high in electrolytes, low in sugar. It's actually owned by athletes, ex-AFL player, Mr. Phillips, with performance in mind. It's available at 7-Eleven and Woolworths. As we see this one go to halfway, and Chile look like they're going to go the huck and zone. They do straight away to try and spring the deep, and it almost comes off. Really nice put, but that wind continuing just to carry the disc 5 to 10 metres further than I think players are anticipating. So a clear huck and zone, clear early hucking strategy. They're not going to play a zone by the looks of things. Chile running maybe a little bit of a bracket, but beyond that, it's going to be match defence. All the marks coming under this. A nice big break, but it sits up over the top and saved really nicely. And that one moved back around. High flick. Louisa Batista on the field. Can't reel it in. And Chile with a second chance opportunity. This time a little more patient, a little more circumspect. They do have one free over the top. Elect not to throw, so Ellipsis did move in, and this time they will go with a little bit of sidearm action. This one absolutely perfect, and Chile score. The sideline flood the field. Why wouldn't they? That was a fantastic throw, a nice read. And on the second attempt, Zesty Chile able to put their offense in, stay in touch. They're 3-4 down, but a really nice throw from Tan. Or moving back, sorry, to Gan. Gan lets one go. They're coming at a little bit of angle, but flattened out just enough. You can see the hands going up in the back of that lovely shot there from Rexy. And a nice read again from Shannon Ong. I think that's her second goal. She's certainly been involved. But now Chile's biggest challenge is going to be putting an upwinder in. They had an upwinder scored against them to take that little break. So they'll have to take the disc off Ellipsis and then put one in, upwind. Anything they can do with this pool to get it as deep as possible will be a help. Cool. And this one going to halfway, just past halfway, and now Chile, we're going to see Chile throw a zone. So Chile throwing one back at Ellipsis. This one again pretty aggressive, running a lot of players in. Kelly Martin-Brown won't mind that one bit. She goes with the outside in flick to Leggett. They can now run with a little bit of flow. Through the middle, Chatterton. Chile staying with this zone. Moves it to Leggett. Leggett fakes the high. Backy instead has Chatterton with a lot of space. Kelly Martin-Brown right in the thick of it as per. Goes with the outside as we see her. Chatterton go round with the break backhand. Doesn't throw it. So retreating a little bit of ground to Louisa Batista, but that's all normal. They're feeling pretty in control. And this one sits over the top. And the Chile Cup able to clean it up. And now Chile will have another shot to get it upwind. Can't complete the first pass off the front of the stack. It looks like they're going to try and run and set. So Ellipsis want to keep this flow here. They do. And that's Kelly Martin-Brown to Jess Chatterton. That's a little off.
injured, but so I can't play.
And we're joined by my good friend Doug. Doug, not playing this weekend, member of Carnage, but very grateful for you to jump on the cans. What are you looking forward to this weekend?
No, thanks for having me, Moz. I think it's really great to get a lot of Frisbee in. For Hoss especially, it's all 4 teams are down for the whole tournament, which is quite a rarity. It's tough to get all the teams at one tournament, so it's nice to get the whole club together.
Excellent. Yeah, and so for those just tuning in, it is Ellipsis, a break-up, an upwind break. Ellipsis Pilcrow, their Masters team, up on Zesty Chile. And it'll be Zesty taking it from about halfway. And again, an early shot going long, and it's going to be on it. It's a one-on-one, all on the read. The read was fantastic, but Ellen Ho just bobbled out of her hands. She had to do a lot. But again, Zesty Chile showing a lot of intent with this early huck. That was a stall 2 huck, and now they're going to challenge Ellipsis to work it up. So Zesty really nervous about, I guess, the field position in this game.
Yeah, you can't give away a short field turn when it's an upwind point.
And that strategy working for them so far. It's going to go to Erica Lee. The stack way too deep. Holsters the flick, a really nice active mark. To Tan. Tan goes around, but this one just too far outside. And so this Ellipsis is outside the break that they scored. Probably the most aggressive field position, almost at halfway, Doug. Dump goes, not on it. They still mave it up off the front. The break backhand. Too far for Katie Locke. Going to be Erica Lee. Ellipsis calling a match D. Lee, and there'll be a foul call. And it's uncontested, going back to the thrower.
Very quickly resolved there, always nice to see.
Yes, one of the more adept communicators, Katie Locke. You're definitely not left wondering. Lovely up the line. Vanessa Gann, really nice around. Chile looks so much better when they open up this width of the field. This one almost coming into the camera. Rex, put your body on the line. As always, thank you to the brave and fearless work, the camera crew, production crew of ULTI.TV. Ellipsis taking it from halfway. Really nice dump, cycles it out wide. They get to the midfield now, but this one over Jess Chatterton's head. Unfortunately for Jess, not the first one that she's had thrown over her head today. She is a tall target, but she's not that tall, Doug.
You'd think it'd be tough to throw it over her, but they're finding a way.
Yeah, so Chile, third opportunity. Lee once again getting one off the front. It works really well. It's a nice gainer to midfield. And this one,
great backup.
You need a bit of luck sometimes. Ellen Ho has it. Goes to Gann. Gann, she's been the one hucking so far. Instead, opts for patience. Goes back to Lee. Lee, big raking around backhand. That'll work. To Tan. And Tan shot into the end zone, but that's a really nice D.
You can tell Chile really want the deep huck off Gann, and they're potentially just flooding the deep space a bit too much, not giving themselves any room to work with.
That's when you see the more experienced players like Annie Longley can kind of tell and adjust to when they know when that deep shot's about to go. Manages to get the downfield block. So Jess Chatterton taking it in. Looks at the break flick, instead goes the around backhand, and this one's going to work. 2 Ellipsis players right near it. Katie Locke's the one that reels it in. Katie then goes and sends one back to Longley. Involved in everything. Opts for the dump, very patient. Chile scramble and set. Most of them are now locked on, so Ellipsis have to work it in. There's a shot around the break side with Chatterton, comes back. Chatterton right on the end zone line. Looks at the around break, and that one bobbles out of the hands of Longley. Ellipsis did all the hard work, Doug.
They got it almost all the way there. A bit of white line fever, potentially.
And I'd say the main difference in the game is you can hear through our mics, you can hear that wind starting to kick up. So a little bit harder than it looks for those sitting at home. But that's been the real difference. You saw 2 15, 20 metre shots upwind. Chile are able to throw those downwind, but we're not really seeing any upwind throwing from Chile. This one can't get lucky that time. They've used up all their luck earlier in the point, and Ellipsis now really aggressive field position. They're attacking brick mark, goes with the around backhand. This time Longley manages to toe the line. That's a nice grab, nice stretch.
Very athletic.
Had to
With
watch
the
it.
second upwind break as well, you think that Ellipsis is going to really put the clamps on now.
We see again another consistent theme of this game has been run and gun defense, offense, so not allowing the defense to set. And he did well there, needed to look up high but also be mindful around where her feet were, had to be inside the line. Of course in Ultimate, on the line is out, so different to a lot of sports. So did well to be mindful of her surroundings.
Thrower definitely didn't make it easy for her, but it's a nice highlight reel now at least.
That's it. That's what it's all about when you're on Showcase Field 3, as we see a timeout. Unless we're taking half at 6. We'll come back to you on that. I think it will be a timeout.
Imagine waking up here, where you awaken your curiosity and immerse yourself in learning and reflection. Where every meal becomes a journey of discovery, savouring the unique flavours of our culinary landscape. Where creativity is unleashed, leading you to art galleries and hidden spaces. Lose yourself in the charm of our streets and laneways, each corner offering a new adventure. Whenever you visit Bendigo, you're bound to get lost in discovery.
Oh, we meant to talk about the...
I've already done that. And welcome back to the first half of the first game of the Victorian Ultimate Championships. We've got Ellipsis Pilcrow starting to put the foot down a little bit. 2 upwind breaks sees them take a 6-3 lead. Got a timeout just prior to half, which I believe will take at 7. As you said, Doug, the wind proving a little bit of the difference because it is separating, I guess, more experienced teams like Ellipsis, who have probably 3 or 4 upwind throwers, with Chile, but we haven't really seen that aggression upwind yet.
It's definitely what we'd call a thrower's breeze. Really separates people that have been practicing their throws in the wind a lot from maybe just your casual throwers.
And we are, as I mentioned, in the city of Greater Bendigo, who are hosting next month Meat Stock, 14th to the 15th. As you might be able to guess, Doug, it's a barbecue festival with a lineup of rock and country music. Meat Stock, you see what they did there?
I can see what they did there, yeah, it's very clever.
Blew the budget on that. No, we love that. And if you're more into a drop, then maybe the Bendigo Winemakers Festival is more for you. That's going to be April 5th, right around my birthday. You much of a wine drinker, Doug?
I'm not much of a wine drinker. I do love going on a wine tour, but normally as the driver.
Oh, right. Hold on to your number then. Yes, the Bendigo Winemakers Festival up here on April 5th. Doug has already volunteered to be the designated driver, so come on up.
You have to shower me lunch, though.
That's okay. I reckon we could do that. Yeah, little Macca's trip. Get you a little Happy Meal.
Do you have a favourite wine, Moz?
I don't drink really wine anymore. Maybe, if anything, it's a winter kind of thing for me. So maybe a Shiraz, just a nice something, a little full-bodied, but
nice by the fire.
No, I'm reformed these days, mate. I'm staying away from the devil's juice.
You might have to go to the barbecue festival instead, then.
That's pretty tempting. Yeah. Although I dare say at a barbecue festival with country music, there might be a drop around as well. But anyway, thank you again to the City of Greater Bendigo, one of our event sponsors for the weekend. So we'll see if Chile can start exerting some pressure upwind. That's been, as we said, the real difference between these two teams. Has been just a little bit of throwing depth. And it's interesting, Doug, because you can see Chile on the downwind as they're like putting it straight away. So they've got throwers. We're probably just not seeing it, whether it's a confidence or a strategy thing. Probably not seeing it just yet.
It'll be interesting to see if they try and just work it up with lots of small throws or if they still try and get a good big huck in.
And another good pull from Ellipsis will see them be able to put full field pressure on. Ellipsis running with the junk. Looks like a 3-3-1, so a standard cup.
Chile's not getting a lot of movement through the cup. You can see they're really getting clamped down.
Here a shot goes, but this one's over the top, so that's what Ellipsis were trying to bait. As you said, Doug, probably just a bit stagnant, so all of a sudden the options that you wouldn't take on a stall 1 or a stall 2 start to look a little bit better on a stall 5, and that's what causes the turn. So Ellipsis with a chance to take half. Look to Kelly Martin Brown, but this one's a uncontested strip.
Once again, resolved almost straight away. It's looked like great spirit so far this game.
Yeah. Martin Brown puts it nice and deep. It'll all come down to the read. And Chile able to read it better.
Didn't have the height advantage there, but managed to use their body enough to claim the disc.
And another uncontested foul. A little bit more discussion about this one, but I think it is uncontested. Yes, it is, based off the hand signals. Something that the women's division always does better than the men's. Can I just tell you, like a lot more communication out there always makes it easy for us here in the box, Doug.
It's always nice to see hand signals, even as a player. It's nice to know what's going on the field.
That's it. That's it. Well, it does confuse me if it's uncontested while they're talking, but maybe they're just establishing what the kind of right line is in terms of what's overzealous marking. But this one goes up. We're back in, and Ellipsis running that 3-3-1. It works, able to move the width, but as you said, Doug, it's the upwind, downwind. They're back into the middle of their own end zone now. It's not the dumps that are their problem. It's any kind of popping or upwind shot. And it almost came off for them, a little bit of a gamble upwind. Now Chile going to have one back the other way. And that'll work, and that'll take half. I think that's the pen, it is.
Very decisive offense there. Grab the disc, throw it into the end zone.
Yeah, both teams certainly downwind. Both teams happy to go for it.
Huck and zone is a classic upwind, downwind strategy, and we can see Ellipsis is using it well there.
Go to break. So we'll go to a short break. That's half. Belong to Ellipsis Pilcrow. They take it 7-3 over Zesty Chile.
I guess cricketers are built a little bit different. We're not ripped, we don't have six packs, we don't throw punches, and there are no beat tests here. But we do spend a lot of time in the sun, sometimes with an angry bloke throwing leather rocks at us. Staying focused and hydrated is critical. Super Boost helps keep me on top of my game without all the sugar of the other sports drinks. It's got double the electrolytes, low sugar, natural colours and flavours. It's a sports drink created by athletes like me.
Welcome back, everyone. We're just getting to the end of the halftime break. You missed it, unfortunately, but Chile spirits are still high. They've had a nice little dance circle. They had a bit of a dance-off between the team. No idea who really won, but I think the team spirits were the winner in the end. Moz has also unfortunately left the commentator box, so you're stuck with just me for now. Looks like Ellipsis are going to be coming out again, going on the downwind. So I imagine they'll be once again looking to put in a nice, easy clinical break. We can see if Chile can sort out their upwind offense, or if the zone is going to keep them trapped again. We can see, despite the scoreline, Chile is much more keen to get back on the field. They've got the whole team lined up, listening to the line call. Ellipsis, they don't even have 7 people yet. We'll see if that extra energy can translate onto the field. Thankfully for everyone, Moz has found his way back to the commentator's box.
Wouldn't necessarily say everyone, but thanks, Doug. Very kind of you.
Thanks for coming back.
Look, I thought about it. I went for a little walk and thought, it's going to be a nice day. No beaches around in Bendigo, though, you know, so I can't exactly go and hit the beach.
It is going to be a swelter today as well, so it would be great beach weather.
So Zesty Chile with it all ahead of them. Need 2 upwind breaks to get back into this. They're going to have a chance straight out of half. Ellipsis, for those just tuning in, actually got broken in the same position. First point of the game. Could not get the upwinder. So Zesty had a little bit of an early lead, but that's gone now as we said, some of the aggressive throws from Ellipsis has proved the difference.
We do see that zone coming out again. It worked for them the last point. Oh, great recovery.
So once again, it's not the lateral movement that's been Chile's challenge. It's throwing no poppers coming through the cup, which is forcing them to throw over the top, and more often than not, they're getting picked off. So the lateral movement's great, and you love to see it, but you need to then also have something upfield. Being able to take some light gainers to the halfway mark, which is good. And that's nice to see. Now the handlers you start to see move into that popping space. That's generating a little bit of that movement. It gives them a shot upfield, but Chatterton closed it all down. Covered anything deep. It's a bit of a shame because that's probably the most positive and intent-driven offense we've seen from Chile so far upwind.
The dance party at halftime definitely working well for Chile there. A lot more energetic in their handler movement particularly.
And they're going to have another chance here.
Absolute gift. As I was saying earlier, a turnover this close to the end zone when the other team's going upwind is absolute killer.
Ashley Newton calls for calm and then throws a crossfield hammer. It can't complete. You saw her walking to the dishes going calm, calm. I don't know if that was to try and lull
Maybe
Ellipsis.
a tactic.
Yeah, lull Ellipsis into a false sense of security. She then ripped out a 30-metre crossfield hammer. It wasn't completed. Would have looked like a hero if she had have. Ellipsis will have another chance. And I think if you're Ellipsis, you don't want to throw it away needlessly, but you don't want to turn it up here. Kelly Brown, brave, throw to an under, middle of the field.
Chile with the unconventional backhand force as well.
Chatterton has one going deep, sees it, likes it, sticks it. But that wind just carrying it a little bit too far.
Great look, unfortunate outcome. I think Ellipsis is still going to be pretty happy with the meters gain on that one.
Yeah, as we said, the wind enough of a factor that you are playing for territory a little bit.
Chile with all the work to do, the whole field again.
And Kelly Brown gets a touch on that one, allows it to Katie Locke, who throws a hammer. Knew as soon as she threw it, had the hands in the head, threw her head back.
Hammer completion rate has not been very good at this point.
Let's see. Keep going.
We'll get one eventually, I'm sure.
So this one now at least, and another at a hand block. Kelly, as she's done 2 or 3 times so far this game, picks it up off the D. This one's completed.
Smacks it to the ground, picks it up, throws a goal. Not sure what more you could really want.
Sign of a good point for Kelly Martin Brown and for Ellipsis. It puts them 8-3 up in a commanding position over Chile. Chile, with their chances at that point, got a couple of turns in really strong field position. And though we saw, I think a bit more aggression, obviously with the hammer and things like that, we saw more aggression and intent from them when able to put the break on the board. Sorry, the upwinder on the board.
Yeah, it was 2 very good opportunities for Chile there. They worked it all the way up to the end zone and then got a very short turn again. So I think they'll probably be pretty disappointed they couldn't convert that one.
And Doug, tell us about your weekend. Obviously, I hear not playing, which is unfortunate for you, but what's the weekend look like? Are you any chance to get on the park? And if not, what's your role going to be?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've torn my hamstring.
Yeah, okay, so that's out, yeah.
Yeah, I'm only just back to slow jogging now, so definitely no Frisbee on the cards for a while. DC has got me working, though, on the sideline. He's given me a list of stats he wants me to track for the team. So all different things like turnover types and types of throws and where people are cutting. And I imagine it's just to keep me busy. He's probably going to throw it all out.
Look, purpose is important. It's nice to have a role, to have a purpose, even if that purpose is ultimately, pointless.
It is nice. I appreciate DC trying to keep me engaged.
So this one of the better pulls upwind that we've seen, almost getting to the defending brick mark. But Chile already at the halfway point. High count comes out. And once again, we see these downwind hucks. Chile not afraid to throw them. This one not completed.
Chile very happy to throw it deep, potentially too happy.
Yeah, again, the territory game, they're playing for field position as much as anything. The Ellipsis zone, starting quite deep. It almost works for Katie Locke, but this one not able to. Chile desperate to stop the roll. Stop it just past halfway. And they're going to run and gun now. 10. Too wide. Catch D for Ellipsis. They've got a chance to run and gun. It'll go to Louisa Batista. Bravely takes it. All players avoiding contact, which you like to see. Ellipsis a chance to put an absolute dagger in. Another upwinder makes it incredibly difficult for Chile to get back in front.
Ellipsis offense working beautifully here as well, generating lots of free cutters. Perfectly timed commentator curse though.
Yeah, well done. Welcome to the fraternity. Lee got the D, and again another turn. So Ellipsis in the red zone. Batista runs to the disc, has a break opportunity, throws the break, but this one a D.
Amazing block from Chile. Read the play from a mile away and was absolutely committed to getting that block.
And the entire Chile sideline appreciating that, knew just how important getting that stop was. This is the game right here. They still need to work it every step of the way. And it is still a bit of a junky look coming from Ellipsis. And it gets the turn again.
Oh, there's been a call on the play, but Ellipsis doesn't know. They think they've scored. Sounds like a travel call on the throw.
Well,
I suspect the turnover will stand if that is what the call was.
All right. So I think you're right, Doug. I think it will go back. Sorry, the turn will stand.
I imagine Emma's going to have to throw the goal again, though.
Agreed. Hey, Rex, I lost my right hand. I don't know if it's still, you guys can still hear? Okay, so the turn will stand. The disc will be tapped in.
Emma decides throwing the goal in the stoppage is enough. She doesn't need to throw another one.
Leggett with the hammer, and again, despite a really nice bid.
Excellent bid. Great seeing the body on the line.
Come on, you're taking stats this weekend. How many hammers is that at this point?
We won't say the number for the hammer turnovers, I think. But
I was just saying
we'll go
hammers.
too many.
Yeah. No, I want to keep seeing it. It's bravery, Doug. Nice upwinder.
Oh, great pickup.
So good flow from Chile. They just need to keep cycling their players downfield, get more players in front of the disc. They've done that now.
They're looking a lot better when they're moving the disc more. If they get stuck like this, they're a bit static. They can't break out a lot of the time.
Majority of their turns are coming high in the count. It's their response to the Ellipsis defensive pressure. When they're moving it early, it's a really smooth cycle.
Ellipsis historically always a very well-drilled team, so they understandably have a very good shutdown D as well. Got someone streaking deep.
Leggett from the sideline engages the dump, has two there. But that one just turning over into the breeze. And Chile with a chance now for the run and gun. Big gainer. That looks like it'll come off. And they've got a player out. Can't hit him.
Ellipsis D peeled off for the poach and couldn't quite get there, leaving Chile player totally free, but unfortunately couldn't quite complete the pass.
Louisa Batista comes out, goes to Leggett, front of the stack. That one bobbles out. And another quick cycle D turn. They get it. The Chile team storm the field. That's Shannon Ong once again. Been involved a lot this game. That's definitely her second goal, potentially her third. And once again
throwing the goal as well.
Yeah,
looking like a key handler for Chile this game.
Yeah, you can see those connections. You know, you talk about well-drilled teams. You can see that's a connection Chile play with. Just got the turn quickly, wanted to put it in straight away. As I mentioned, they knew how important that was. That's 8-4.
Ellipsis potentially a bit disappointed with that outcome as well. They did almost get the goal if it wasn't for the stoppage.
Definitely had a couple of chances. And I just wonder, Doug, we did say at the start of the game, Ellipsis Pilcrow are a Masters team. Because they're a Masters team, it means all the Masters get here late, right? So half their team apparently is not here. They had 3 on the line. They had to kind of cajole another 4 to come to the line. And I just wonder in this heat and with the run and gun, you see a lot of this offense where as soon as the D gets the turn, they're going straight in. They're not walking and setting up or catching their breath. It's very high paced. And I just wonder, I think they've got enough of a buffer, but you do just wonder if Zesty can put a couple more in. Zesty have a team of, I'm guessing, 23?
Yeah,
it's a big,
potentially
big roster.
more. At least twice the size of Ellipsis at this point. And if the points continue being this long, you do wonder if the legs are going to start making a difference.
Yeah. So if you're Ellipsis, quick points, aggressive throws, get this game done, get it in the books. And if you're Zesty, just make it a scrap. Make it a scrap, make it long points.
Make them work hard. Ellipsis might even get a power sub, someone arriving late, jumping out of the car straight onto the field. Nice little roll on the pull there as well, getting a few extra metres. Chile coming down in a downwind zone as well.
Well, I think at this point you've got to try and change something up. I don't mind it. They get the turn.
And it works.
Chile, can they put in their first upwinder of the day?
Great round break there.
Jorgensen. And it was Darwasia with the heart. Came out of the hand nicely, but there was no teammate that she was throwing to. So a little bit of a cheap giveaway.
It did look like a great throw, and then I turned upfield and there was no cutter there for it.
It's been a miscommunication. So Kelly Martin-Brown swings it around. Goes upstairs to Longley. And another over the top, this one to Jess Chatterton. Had to read it, was dipping, then it was holding. Jess has Kelly Martin-Brown back if she wants, uses her now. And Kelly pointing, they also know that there's a territory game, because what you don't want is exactly what's happened in the midfield turn.
Bit of a bobble in the wind there as well, quite unfortunate.
Critical for Chile to be patient. Oh, commentator curse.
They didn't do the hand signal that time, but once again, a bit rushed potentially.
Yeah.
I've definitely been there as a player though. You get close to the end zone, you see someone free, you know you need a score, and
there, but for the grace of God, go I, Doug. Yes, we've all been there. That's why we're not playing, and they are. So Kelly Martin-Brown, also no stranger to a deep shot, and I think it wouldn't be the worst option. She goes over with the scuba. That's perfect to Longley. And now Chile have to work really hard to try and recover the player disadvantage. They're outnumbered. They manage to set now. Kelly Martin-Brown. Big forehand shot into the end zone. That is absolutely perfect. And that's the
throw.
Shot of the game. Kelly Martin-Brown.
The Chile deep at the starter point was being very respectful, was playing very deep with all the players, and you can see the Ellipsis O generated enough movement, generated enough space, and put a perfect throw right into the corner.
Yeah, I think that was Tifaguera. Nice high take. Good vision from Kelly.
Safe as houses that catch as well. 2 hands.
Look good.
Nice and secure.
Good 9-4 now. So 9-4 the score. Getting into the latter stages of this game. For those curious about the draw, we'll bring you some information about the nature of the draw, because we do have some slightly different rules between the two tournaments, which is always interesting, keeps us on our toes.
For anyone familiar with Simon's draws, this is his classic motif. Can never keep it simple.
I've got it somewhere. I got several spreadsheets, Doug, and just enjoying keeping up with all of them.
I only have the one spreadsheet for this tournament, luckily.
So far.
So far, true. The weekend is young.
Yeah.
I am partial to a good spreadsheet. Great upwind pull from Ellipsis there, making it well past the brick mark. Once again, we see another zone coming out. It's been working well for both teams, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was a good little look from Chile up the line, just couldn't quite complete.
And so we are at points cap. I believe points cap went at the start of that point. It is a 60-minute game in the VUC bracket, 70-minute games for the qualification tournament.
Ellipsis playing for the game this point then. Chile with a lot of work to do.
Massive hand block from Leggett right on there. Gets the chance. Martin Brown has Leggett out.
She wants the bookends as well.
Batista. A lot of options. Leggett out the back, and this looks safe for that. Looks like the game.
Perfect throw. Great bookends there.
So we're just going to work out whether time cap went that point or the point before. I think that's it. The players are shaking hands. We have a winner. It's Ellipsis Pilcrow, just showing a little bit too much dominance on the upwind, getting the better of Zesty Chile early on. But it's a long tournament, Doug. It's going to be a bloody long weekend in 35 degrees.
Oh yeah, long weekend to go. Chile should be able to bounce back from this one.
Excellent. Well, Doug, thank you for joining. My name's Andy Moroney. On behalf of myself, Doug, and the entire ULTI.TV team, thank you for tuning in for the first game. We will be back in not long at all, to be honest with you. We do have a game from the Open Division. It'll be Colossus versus a Wolf. Do you know what a Wolf stands for? AWUF?
Albury Wodonga Ultimate Frisbee.
Glad you knew that. All right, you can stick around. That will be on at 10:20 local time, so in 15 minutes. But for now, thank you very much. We'll see you next game.
Thanks for having me, Moz.
Thank you.
I guess cricketers are built a little bit different. We're not ripped. We don't have six packs. We don't throw punches, and there are no beat tests here. But we do spend a lot of time in the sun, sometimes with an angry bloke throwing leather rocks at us. Staying focused and hydrated is critical. Super Boost helps keep me on top of my game without all the sugar of the other sports drinks. It's got double the electrolytes, low sugar, natural colours and flavours. It's a sports drink created by athletes like me.
ULTI.TV.